While Canadians try to stave off rising costs for basic goods and services, the affordability crisis is spilling over into other expenditures. Travelers between Canada and the U.S. will now have to pay more for convenient border access. Today, both countries announced that travelers looking to purchase or renew their Nexus pass will see a hike in application fees by $70 this fall. Jason Guidola joins us live in studio tonight with all the details. Hey, Jason.
Yeah, hey, Nicole. For the last 20 years, the application fee was $50. But times have changed and demand is high for the pass. Starting October 1st, Canadians will now have to pay $120 to enroll.
The quicker access between Canada and U.S. borders just got more expensive after both countries are raising the price for the Nexus pass from $50 to $120.
So if you look at the price of wages, you look at the security costs that go into it, I'm betting every single partner they have that they work with, costs have risen. So it sort of makes sense that this is another cost that's going up.
The price hike starts on October 1st, and according to the Canada Border Services Agency, they say the current fee, set over 20 years ago, no longer covers the cost of the program, meaning more money is needed to cover infrastructure improvements and high demand for passes. Canada's Border Patrol says roughly 500,000 applications for Nexus were received in the last 12 months.
So for convenience, people are generally willing to pay quite a bit for it if they value it. I think one of the things, like I said, I hope it will clear up some of the backlog and let people be able to get it much quicker and, be much more efficient with when you sign up for it, because right now it could be up to 8 to 12 months.
It's just another example of the affordability crunch on wallets of Canadians and others worldwide. Ontario's financial regulator said 1 in 5 Ontarians are worried about covering everyday expenses, goods and services that include food, fuel, and housing. Demands for government interventions are also growing. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is budgeting a $6 billion investment to build more homes.
This is how we'll address the shortage of housing options for Canadians. And this is how we'll make it fairer for younger generations who feel like they're falling behind because housing costs are too high.
Meanwhile, at the grocery cashier, price growth is slightly waning, but families are still paying hundreds of dollars more this year compared to last.
We went after the big banks and insurance companies. We put in place an excess profit tax here in Canada, and we want to use a similar mechanism to go after not just actually corporate grocery stores, but also oil and gas companies, which are also posting record profits.
While public officials tried to stave off inflationary pressure and rising interest rates, some experts think price capping commodities and housing is a start, then moving on to find ways to produce more domestically to avoid major disruptions to the supply chain.
The government has, I think, invested considerable amounts in incentives for electric vehicle production and batteries and some of the critical minerals that are going to be in high demand as this renewable energy transition gathers speed. So I think they are aware of the fact that we need to be developing a Made in Canada strategy to go alongside Joe Biden's Made in America strategy.
Economist Jim Stanford says a recent slowdown in inflation and a slight wage growth are positive signs of relief.
The Bank of Canada is expected to make an announcement on interest rates next week, and economists believe that we could see a cut in rates.